Welcome back to 9446 Network for another diecast review, and today we're going to do the first ever custom diecast review of the Spring Break Swing, and the first time on this channel with this style of review. We're going to have a custom diecast here in the studio, and today we did not disappoint. Today we are going to be reviewing Flashracer's 2021 Flash Racing Cup Series Season 3 Dunkin Donuts Chevy Camaro for Flashracer Motorsports. And my, has it been one of the most unpredictable years for Flashracer, particularly in his entire NASCAR career. And one of the biggest moments, the second biggest moments of his career in 2021, of course, was from the Flashracer Atlanta win, which is his only win in the Flash Racing Cup Series up to this point. It's crazy to think that he's only won one race up to this point, but he has a brand new sponsorship deal lined up for about 4 races in the Flash Racing Cup Series, and it is going to be Dunkin Donuts. Dunkin Donuts is going to replace Freightliner, who had the secondary sponsorship originally, and now they're going to step up to the plate for a 4-race deal in the Flash Racing Cup Series. And this is going to be the paint scheme. And my, folks, Flashracer, for the first time in his diecast racing career, will have a secondary paint scheme. And my goodness, man, the silver metallic rust oleum finish is absolutely awesome. I mean, this is definitely going to be one of the, probably one of the best paint schemes for Flashracer of 2021, or of his entire career. Holy cow, is this a beautiful car, man. My goodness, man. Just the level of just detail to the metallic is absolutely awesome on this thing. This car was originally going to be white, but of course, why be so boring? Let's go out there and put some effort. Let's try to get a paint scheme that is going to look very much different from the rest. And what better way to do it than run it with the metallic paint job. And my goodness, man, this is almost like a liquid color car with the level of sparkle on this diecast. Holy cow. So this car is going to run its first race in the Flash Racing Cup Series at Bristol Motor Speedway, which is the next Flash Racing Cup Series race. So with all the rambling out of the way regarding the hype of this diecast, we're going to take a closer look. So you got, of course, because the customs, the number and the team name that usually goes under the headlights are way too small for me to put on. That's why you're not going to see it for the diecast. In real life, of course, it would have the number 94 with the Flash Racing Motorsports logo right there. And of course, you got on the hood, you have Dunkin Donuts, the emblem, which is a PNG, so you can kind of see through that Dunkin Donuts emblem. And behind it, of course, you can notice the lightning bolt. The iconic lightning bolt template is back, folks. Got Flash Racer's name up there. We got Flash Racing Cup Series Season 3. Names are too small as of right now to put on these diecasts for the above the passenger windows, so that's why there's no Flash Racer name there. But in real life, of course, it would be there. You got Dunkin' the little DV, the orange and the pink. Got the number 94 with the black number fill-in and the white shadow to it, which we'll talk about a little later. Got Dunkin' Donuts, which is in the style of crashing letters. Of course, the Flash Racing template has it this way, where the sponsor towards the quarter panel and towards the side is tilted, so that is why that is the way it is. And it looks beautiful, though, the way it wraps. Very cool, very unique as well. It looks different than a lot of the other cars. You have Dunkin' Donuts. The decal for the back is a little bit tilted, but it's not too bad. You got the FRM, Dunkin' Donuts, number 94, Camaro, Chevrolet. No Z011 Elite, because for some reason we cannot make that work for the computer template, which is something we'll be working on for next gen, but as of right now it just says Camaro. You got Valvoline in the modern font. Because this is a different paint scheme, we decided to go with the modern look for the Valvoline logo on the deck lid. And of course, Baskin-Robbins on the roof of the car. And of course, the number 94. And as I've mentioned, with the number 94, you have a white outline and a black number fill-in. And the white kind of has a shadow effect to it. Might be kind of hard to tell with the decal system I used. But there is a white shadow behind that black 94. It's iconic that they have a black 94. Usually white, but for, of course, the 2021 paint schemes, they have it as black, which looks sharp. sharp as it gets. And for the paint scheme, of course, I had sprayed it that metallic silver, and I even did it to the chassis of this car as well, as you could tell. Of course, you have the lightning bolt template. So, of course, it starts out with the lightning bolt on the hood with that pixelated style, which is used for all parts of this car. So you can definitely tell the pixelized style to it, as you can see. And, of course, for this paint scheme, though, with the lightning bolt that goes all across the sides and peaks toward the rear quarter windows, the outline towards the lightning bolt, which is white, has a pink outline to it, which matches the pink of the Dunkin Donuts right there, as you can tell. Very beautiful looking car, man. Holy cow. The just chrome, I know white, pink, and black look good. I know that for sure, and I can definitely tell you someone else it looks good on with that color combination. But the pink, white, and chrome color combination, holy cow. This is definitely a standout for Flashracer paint schemes right here. So, of course, you have the pink outline to it. I know the pink definitely matches, or not exactly, maybe close, very close to the pink that's on the Dunkin Donuts logo. And, of course, the DD within the Dunkin Donuts right there. And, of course, that DD is there not only for the sponsorship, but, of course, for styling purposes. Since we could not get a donut to fit anywhere, we would have put a donut on this paint scheme, but I just couldn't find anywhere that would be fit for it. And plus, Dunkin Donuts makes a lot of other products outside of donuts, so this thing can kind of represent the whole company. And of course, with all the Flashracer Motorsports cars, because Philip Torres is on the team, and because of Flashracer's history with Dale Earnhardt Jr., you have the black back bumper, of course, as you can see right there, with the same lightning bolt on the back, which starts at the Chevy logo and peaks down towards the Camaro. And of course, the spoiler, as you can tell, is chrome, just like the rest of this car. And the splitter, too, is also chrome, or try to, because they kind of chipped up down here. But no one's going to look down here anyway. That's why that kind of stayed the way it is, as you can tell. But that is the paint scheme for Flashracer. Very, very beautiful looking car. And of course, if this car was made, here's a pretty big detail I want to include in this video. In real life, this spoiler, if this car were to ever be made in the 124, it would be with the small spoiler, since it's going to be making its debut at Bristol, which is a short track. So this whole car for the 124, if it ever gets made, who knows, I might make a 124 of it, will be on the short track package, which of course, small spoiler here. The window wouldn't be on this side. But this car, of course, isn't just going to run Bristol. You are going to see this in a couple of the other races on the Flash Racing Cup Series schedule. So the most notable out of all the races that they're going to be sponsoring is Bristol. But yeah, folks, definitely, like, Flash Racer has always been a driver that has always been supposed to have secondary sponsors, right? Always was supposed to, but of course, because of the budget last year, that's why there was no Freightliner Flash Racer car made. And of course, when Freightliner left Flash Racer Motorsports to go to Penske and Hendrick, Dunkin Donuts became the new secondary sponsor. And because I had so many duplicates of that Kyle Larson car, I said, you know what? Let's make some diecasts, and this is one of them right here. We're going to be having the, pretty soon, hopefully, we're going to have the Philip Torres Nilla Wafers Chevy Camaro made. Who knows, there's going to be probably two mysteries of what the other two customs are going to be. But out of the first wave of customs for the spring break, of course, is this one right here, the Dunkin Donuts diecast. I'm going to give you guys a 360 view, of course. As always, pretty good decal quality for the headlights. Pretty good, very well wrapped up there, of course. Give you guys a 360 view. And this thing just sparkles. I mean, look at how this paint reacts to light. I mean, this is absolutely a beautiful car, man, for Flash Racer. So as you can see all around the car. 360 view. And before we close out this almost 10-minute diecast review, probably the most beautiful custom diecast to ever be made with this decal format that I've been using, we're going to compare it to the other Flash Racer car, the primary paint scheme. We're going to compare it to, just for giggles, I guess you could say. Here is the comparison between both cars, and as you could tell, as you guys noticed about Flash Racer, We love the metallic finishes for this 94 car. So as you can tell, there was no clear coat on this one because I was experimenting with this paint and I didn't want to ruin the chrome paint because I didn't want to take a chance that the clear coat would remove all of this after I worked so hard to paint it. But as you can tell, this one over here does have clear coat, as you can tell. But we're going to compare them. As you can see, very similar decal quality right there for the nose. As you can see, the same template, but of course the colors are different. As you can see, both of them have Flashracer's name. And of course, we learned our lesson from that Bubba Wallace review. Some of the numbers, or mainly the numbers, they have been shrunken down in size a little bit. You can see the 94 kind of a little bit big for the side, right? So we decided to shrink it down a little bit for the Dunkin Donuts release, as you can tell right there, with the way this custom was made. Both of them have the black back bumper. Of course, you can tell the roof numbers are also different in size. Of course, the paint, obviously. For this Flashracer car, the roll cage was painted, but for this one, it was not. It was just done as the regular Gold Series black. But they both have the colored chassis, which is something that Flashracer Motorsports likes to do. And of course, you could tell a little bit different style for the custom quality. As you can tell, underneath the Valvoline car, you could see part of the front end of the chassis was broken off for weight reduction of the diecast, but on this one we just left it alone so that it looked more official and more complete as a diecast. As you can tell, both of them have had their quarter panel pieces of the chassis chewed away, but it was glued back together. As you could tell, both of them have the colored chassis. This one, on the other hand, you could tell was actually stripped, because when you look at the underneath the car, you could tell that this car was stripped. But this one here did not have to be stripped because guess what, folks? The paint didn't get gummy at all, which I'm really glad the paint didn't get gummy because it's a lot easier to just paint over the car and then have it done, right? But there it is, folks. That is the Flashracer Dunkin Donuts 164 for Flashracer. Hopefully, with Flashracer, which is me, hopefully we can go out there and we can dominate this race and win and finally break almost a 10-9 race winless streak here with the Dunkin Donuts Chevy. So we will see you guys in the next diecast review, and there are going to be plenty more coming out, and this was one of them, the Flashracer Dunkin Donuts. So we'll see you guys in the next diecast review. Comment, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next diecast review. And always remember, as a custom maker myself, make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecasts.